Hi, today we're going to talk about ebonizing wood. And what you need is you need a piece of wood that's high in tannin. I'm using red oak. And you need to make your liquid that's going to ebonize your wood. Now what you can use, I've got steel wool that I've washed off all the oil or protector that would come on there, because if you don't, it's not going to react. And what you need, is vinegar. That's it. Now you can also use rusty nails, anything that's rusted, any kind of iron will work. It'll react with the rust and you'll get a solution that will bring out a black color on your wood. Now, you see I've got a lid here. You do not want to put a lid on this, because what's going to happen is you're going to get a reaction and there's going to be little bubbles that come off. Those little bubbles are hydrogen. And if you have this lid on, you're going to have a nasty little explosion where it just blows up and pops off. Also notice I'm using glass, not plastic. Glass will not react with your liquid. And that's very important because you don't want your liquid to be spoiled. You want it to be just what it is. And glass is the best thing to put it in. Any old glass jar, anything. Now, whereas I'm going to stick that on there just so nothing flies in it or anything, I'm not going to screw the lid on. The next thing you have to do is you've got to sand your wood. You've got to sand it smooth so that your liquid can penetrate. And I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Now, when you've got your liquid, it's going to be kind of orange. You want to let it go for about 24 hours. As long as you see the bubbles really coming up, it's still reacting, and you might want to give it a little more time. But when you get your liquid, you want to strain it. I strain mine in a yogurt strainer, and when you apply it, there are a couple of rules here. First of all, you only dip once and then go to the wood. You don't double dip, because if you double dip, you're going to contaminate your liquid and you're going to get less of an effect. So if you want ahead of time, you can tear a couple paper towels or get a couple rags, whatever you want to use. It's fine. I like paper towels because I toss them when I'm done. Now, just saturate your paper towel and go in one direction with the grain of the wood. Make sure everything gets nice and wet. See how you notice on the paper towel, I don't know if you can see this, but how it's turned black. And if you also notice, that's what's happening with the wood. So you continue going with your paper towels. I don't know if you can tell, but I did this end earlier, and see how much blacker that is. I don't know if you can see it, but now I've got another paper towel. And I'm going to go back over some areas that look like they didn't get hit very well. Then I'm going to go around and do the sides. And make sure you start from opposite ends, because as you see, the reaction is already happening. So if you go from this end to that end continuously, it's going to affect how even your coverage is. Now, We're going to do the back. And our last side. Now, if you have any problems with it dripping down on the sides and your color isn't even, you can always sand it back off and then redo it. But I have found that you need to let it sit for a while, and you'll find that it gets really dark. So a lot of those imperfections sort of fade out once the reaction catches up. So there you have it, ebonizing wood.